So I'm Justin Snair. I work for the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine. I work primarily in public health and medical, disaster policy. I work on disaster research and post-disaster recovery planning and policy. So domestic, not international. I was young and I had an urge to give to my country. And I think being a young person, there weren't a ton of, I wasn't aware of all the options of how I could serve. So I joined up in the reserves after my freshman year of college. And that was just before 9/11. So I chose to serve just because it seemed like something I should do. My father was in the military, my grandfather was in the military. I was a combat engineer, so I didn't kick in doors, I didn't do any of the stuff that they make movies about. I did base building, I built a forward operating base up on the Syrian border. I did explosive demolitions, like not the movie kind. I blew things up with explosives, not the blow up explosive side. I was in an air wing, so we did base repair, like runway repair. I served on one of the largest air bases in Iraq. Just basically doing repairs of the runway after they were mortared and messed up so we could keep flights going. And then pretty much anything else the Marine Corps told me to do. Really, I want to stress that important context, like not knowing the policies that put me into Iraq and not being really aware of any of it. I didn't think about it when I was there, but now knowing, just having been on the front lines of policy, like I now get the importance of what we're doing. Like it's not just making paper. There are effects to policy decisions that I like to be included in now. You know, it's a nice network to be a part of, and also it made me more aware of the importance of having veterans in domestic international policy. So I hadn't really thought about it as a group to deliberately engage in work, but now in my position I convene kind of meetings and workshops to look at like core issues in disaster preparedness, and I try to bring veterans into it now because they have a unique perspective. So it was kind of eye-opening about me being a veteran. I wasn't doing the thing that I wish everyone else was doing. Number one, I wished I could work for the Atlantic Council after that fellowship. I thought you guys were doing some cool stuff. The network of veterans that I found myself a part of now, which was nice, especially in DC. And then just, not the network of veterans, but the broader network. Just, Dan and I have tried to maintain contact over time. And so that's been, we haven't quite done it yet, but an opportunity for cross-pollination of domestic and international work is important. I'm sure this is probably biased on my own personal experience. So I would say that veterans have, this is a cliche, but have, written a check, up to and including their bleep, like their butt, and we're okay with it. So they put themselves in a position where they had very little control over their fate, and they were okay with that. But veterans don't have to continue doing that. So when they're home, to find themselves in a position of influence, whether it's within community groups, within local communities, within states, within regions, government, international, position yourselves to be of influence, because we have a responsibility to protect the future generations of veterans.